As a parent, do you ever feel totally burned out? Like you feel like you're always running from one thing to the next? Do you feel like you're always doing something for someone other than yourself? That's just the life of a parent, right? Wrong. It does not have to be that way. Today, we're going to talk about the secret weapon that we can all use to combat parent burnout. It might surprise you. This is Parents Making Time, the show that helps busy parents put family first without burning out.
We're Anthony and Jennifer Craiker. We don't just give parenting tips, we help you become the parent you want to be. Well, thankfully for us, what we're talking about today is something that we learned very early on in our marriage.
Yeah, when we first got married, we lived near both of our families, both of our parents, and they would invite us over, both of them, every weekend.
It was super nice. We were newly married. Not having to pay for 2 meals was kind of enticing, and we wanted to see our family, but it started just to become a lot because if you have 2 families, how many days are on a weekend? When did we get time to ourselves?
Right. I mean, it was typically one of them would want us to come over Friday night or sometimes Saturday, and the other either Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, right? I think there was usually a Sunday evening invite. Eventually, we had to kind of put up a boundary. We had to say, you know what, we love you, we want to spend time with you, but we really can't do both families every weekend. We need to have some time to ourselves.
Yeah, and I hope their feelings weren't hurt when we had that conversation. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember there being...
Do you remember how long ago it was? How long have we been married?
Almost 24 years.
Okay, good job.
Yes. Anyway, I don't think it was a bad conversation. I think our parents understood when we kind of had to set a boundary there. And we did it in a respectful and nice way. At least I hope we did.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I hope.
But it was a conversation that needed to be had. And I don't think they were thinking about it in terms of, oh, we're going to, take up their whole weekend. They were just trying to be nice and they wanted to spend time with us. But we realized pretty early on in our marriage, like we also needed to make sure that we had time just for us on the weekend.
Yeah. So if you're feeling like that, if you feel like you don't have enough time for yourself, you might be feeling like you're letting the pressure of other people determine what you do with your time. And there's so many other people that will kind of fight for your time. It's going to be your work, it's your friends, your family, school, church. And there's nothing wrong with any of these things, but you only have so many days, so many hours in a week, and you've got to choose wisely what you do with it.
Yeah, I mean, we do this because we believe that we need to be everything to everyone, right? That's kind of the feeling that we have. And especially when it comes to family, right? We don't want to hurt feelings and we want to make sure that we're there to support our family, right? But there is this feeling that a lot of time creeps in where we feel like we've got to be everything to everybody.
There's also the fear of missing out.
FOMO.
I totally experienced this. I totally experienced FOMO. I don't want to miss out. I want to be there for everything. I want to know what happened. I want to say congratulations, whatever it is. I don't want to miss out.
Yeah, but the reality is you have to miss out on some things in life because, again, you don't have enough time to make it to everything, to be there for every happy moment, to, be there anytime that you get invited over for dinner by a friend or family, right? You just don't have enough time.
Right. And when you do try to do all those things, you're going to feel burnout. You'll end up making yourself miserable. And when you do that, the relationships that you're trying to boost, to be a part of, actually they become a chore. You might resent those people. That's not how you want to live. You want to love, enjoy, and flourish those relationships. And sometimes when you're just letting all your time get pulled into every direction, that's not what happens.
Right. And you lose focus on what's most important, right? This is a parenting podcast. We're talking about parenting, how we can be the best parents we can be, how we can prioritize our own families. And if you're letting yourself get pulled in 100 different directions, you're not going to be the best parent you can be. You're not going to be there physically, emotionally, and mentally for your kids like you want to be.
The way you work through that is you set some boundaries, which, like we said earlier, that for us meant to have a real conversation. They may be a difficult conversation, but remember, you're not responsible for other people's emotions or reactions. You're responsible for your time. You're responsible for your family and doing what's best for them.
It's important to be on guard about the intrusions on our time. right? Especially when it comes to other people demanding our time or wanting our time. And the way that you do that is you take a good look at your priorities and you allocate your time accordingly based on your priorities. So if you're a parent and you want to put your family first, which I think most parents do, that's going to mean setting some boundaries and saying no to other people at times.
Right. It's in the name of our podcast, Parents Making Time. And sometimes making time means to stop doing some things so that you have the time to do the things you really want to do or really should be doing. So back to our story in the beginning, making that boundary, having that conversation with our families really gave us more time for each other. At the time, we weren't parents yet. We didn't have children, but we needed that time for each other. It allowed us to enjoy and be more present when we were with our family because we felt like we had chosen to be there, not like we had to be there.
And when we eventually had kids, that helped set the stage. Because we realized early on in our marriage that we needed to have some boundaries, that made it a lot easier for us to set those boundaries when our kids came along so that we could prioritize them over other things.
So I think the takeaway from today is if you're feeling like you're pulled in all different directions all the time, it might just be because you haven't set some clear boundaries, and you might need to take some time to think about that and what those boundaries might be and how to set them.
And having those conversations can be uncomfortable at times. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but if you're clear about what your priorities are and you approach those conversations with love and with respect for the other person, that's all you can do. You're not responsible for other people's feelings as long as you approach the boundary setting in a respectful and loving way.
And frankly, I think most people understand that need for that boundary.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to have easy, maybe not easy, but good conversations.
You know, as we've been talking about this today, it reminds me that one of the reasons we started this podcast is because we know how busy life gets as a parent. Sometimes it just feels impossible to slow down and create those big memorable moments. That's why we created a free guide called 30-Second Micro Moments of Intention with Your Kids. It's filled with quick, simple ideas that you can do anytime in 30 seconds or less to strengthen your connection with your kids without adding more to your plate. Now, some of these ideas may seem basic or like no-brainers, but when you do them intentionally, they can make a real difference in your relationship with your child. So just go to parentsmakingtime.com/free resource, enter your email, and we'll send it right to you. You can print it out to keep it where you'll see it or save it on your phone to reference whenever you need a little inspiration so that you can start building lasting memories one micro moment at a time.
All right. So if you liked what you heard today, if you got something out of it, go ahead and go wherever it is you listen to our podcast, leave a rating, leave a review, and there's bonus points if you share this episode with a friend.
So thanks for listening, everyone, and tuning in. Next time, we're going to be talking about the number one parenting tool you simply cannot live without.
Until next time, make time to become the parent you want to be.